Hi, I'm Michael, and this is California. On Thursday, President Trump announced that he would be providing a $200 stimulus to Medicare beneficiaries for their prescription drug costs. This will be welcome help, especially for this coming year when so many seniors will be receiving a smaller than usual COLA on their Social Security benefits. This has come only a few weeks before the Medicare Annual Election Period, AEP, or Open Enrollment Period, which starts October 15th. Additionally, he signed two executive orders, one to further lower Medicare prescription drug costs and another to protect people with pre-existing conditions. So tonight we are talking about Trump's $200 stimulus for Medicare beneficiaries, the 2021 Annual Election Period, and the President's Medicare prescription drug and healthcare executive orders. Now this is your 5-minute nightly dose. So let's make this quick. But before we do that, if you like this information, if you find it interesting, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. On Thursday, the president said he'll begin distributing Medicare prescription drug discount cards valuing $200 starting in, quote, the next few weeks. These cards would be usable by Medicare beneficiaries towards the cost of their medications. The program is anticipated to help 33 million older Americans who are struggling with the increased cost of their prescription drugs. The program would have a price tag of around $7 billion and will be paid with money saved through his other executive order made this week that will theoretically lower the government's annual cost for Medicare medications. The president announced that his new $200 stimulus to healthcare professionals and his supporters in Charlotte, North Carolina. The president said, "I will always take care of our wonderful senior citizens," end quote. But this announcement caught many of the president's staff by surprise, as it had not been discussed before, and the executive orders that would provide the funding does not have any specifics about how the $200 Medicare stimulus for prescriptions would be distributed or funded. The $200 Trump stimulus for Medicare beneficiaries is supposed to be funded in part by money that the U.S. government will save based off the executive order Trump signed this week. In short, it will ensure that the government's Medicare payments for prescription drugs are the same as other countries' negotiated prices. The U.S. would match the prices with the negotiated rates that other countries who are part of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Group, or OECD, currently pay. This is very different than right now because at the moment, Medicare is not able to negotiate drug prices with drug makers. But with this executive order, it would free up Medicare to negotiate the cost of drugs and begin to pay what other countries like Canada and Europe are already paying for their medications, which, if it works, would save the U.S. government trillions of dollars. But given the amount of money drug makers are making, this executive order may be in for a lengthy legal fight from American drug companies who stand to lose a lot of profit if the executive order succeeds unchallenged. The other executive order he signed would put into writing the government's obligation to protect Americans from being denied from health care because of pre-existing conditions. This is presumably a stop-loss measure in the case if the Affordable Care Act is successfully overturned in the Supreme Court. Lastly, I wanted to remind folks that the Medicare 2021 Annual Election Period, or Open Enrollment Period, is soon going to be upon us on October 15th, and there are some significant changes to Medicare for 2021. Now, we won't go into all of the changes here because it deserves one, if not more, of its own specific videos. But some of the changes will be increases in the Part D drug initial coverage limits and increase in the yearly prescription drug deductible from $435 where it was for 2020 to $445 where it's going to be for 2021. This represents about a 2.3 increase in the deductible. Other changes for Medicare Advantage is that there are new benefits that had not really previously been available under Medicare, so things like pest control and higher over-the-counter benefits, in addition to the now normal benefits of vision and dental, transportation, acupuncture, and things like that. So we will make more videos on that coming up over the next few weeks, but I just want to take a brief moment to remind you that the period to review your options is coming soon, and we are here to help. So by the looks of it, President Trump is putting a full court press on the American people to try to salvage what he has left of his healthcare agenda, especially after the poor handling of the pandemic. The promises he's making are unprecedented, but seem very campaign promisey at best, and surely will be challenged on all sides. Additionally, as executive orders, they don't carry the force of Congress and really only make them temporarily enforceable. So if these things ever do come to fruition, one, they'll be short-lived, and two, if he loses the election, they may not come at all. And lastly, they will not even be a minor replacement for the ACA, which his government and the state of Texas are currently trying to overturn. But if they succeed, all the executive orders in the world are not going to plug the hole the ACA will leave in our healthcare system. Now, this has been your 5-minute nightly dose. I hope that you found it interesting or helpful or at least useful. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. Also, we here at California, we know health insurance. So if you have any questions about your health insurance, leave those down below and we'll be happy to make a new video or a new post as soon as we can. Now, other than that, I'm Michael and this is California, wishing you a happy, healthy day.